We're worried about saving $3,500 and $40,000 in a year, okay, so that we can stay with the status quo. We're looking to stay, instead of bringing it, up here, to go over the hump. And sometimes you have to hit that. We've built it, okay? And we've got the level, Now, how do we get what's beyond that? That's where we mess up.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Wouldn't it be nice? We don't have a manager down there right now, Arnie. We're short a manager, but I don't think the manager is going to bring in the difference. My opinion is this. The IT guy will bring in more revenue than the manager, okay? Because the manager is going to be managing the building, and they're going to have a lot of other responsibilities to do. They're not going to have the capability to zone in and do just that. And maybe we could get a quote from AEK on what that would cost to do. I'd like to see that, Kevin.
That's something we should have been doing for a long time.
Right, but we're not doing it because we're not capable of doing it.
We should have been talking to them for a long time.
We did. We met with them and they said blah, 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 and then they said it was this much for training, and I was like, oh my God, and then we said, well, we sent those people, and then we were asking Marcia, who was in the audience that night too. Well, does it do that? It does that. And then, nobody was able, I can tell you, when you were here, you sat on this board because we sat here, and how many times did we ask for numbers? How many times did the constituents ask for numbers of the chalet? What's this? How many this? How many that? Oh, I don't know. We're going to get that. I don't know. Inexcusable. And today, when everything is based on technology, if you don't want to put the expertise where you're going to get the return, and you want to put, and then take a look at your goals and see where exactly you need your staff, because actually when you do that, it'll alleviate a lot of the work that the other people are doing, because it'll all be done, poof, right there.
I just think in the meantime, we've had people hired, we have to push them forward and do some of this stuff.
Okay, so we're going to ask our staff to do it. Let's see if they're capable.
So what are we talking about on the chalet rental rates then? I heard
Well,
$1 million.
do you want me to go ahead and, are you interested in raising the rates, I guess?
What is your recommendation?
I would raise the rates.
I certainly think the court costs are too low. I mean, if everybody's $55, $60, and we're at 25, we have to go to 45.
But did you, wait. Do we have a recommendation, Catherine, that you're bringing to the board? Because that's what I'd like to see. It's the staff's job to put the numbers together and bring them to the board. So I'd like to see that.
Well, it's our job to say how we feel about what kind of...
Right, but usually we get a recommendation. This...
My recommendation as a board member is that if everybody else is at 55, 65, and we're at 25, we can hold it.
Right, so we put it on, do you want to hold a special meeting to...
No, I can just...
Because when are we going to be posting it, or when are people calling?
Do you have any thoughts or you're thinking, or if you're staff, if you're thought,
What rates should be at that?
yeah.
My thoughts are to not go a lot higher, to go up to like $35 an hour, because we do have some customers, that are used to it, I don't like that. But you're just for if we've been charging 25, if we went up to 35, that makes sense to me.
We're still half price.
So we were charging $35 for each court. What is for the whole court, Catherine? From 100 to what? For the whole shebang?
Yeah, for the whole...
Because that's really... Like we were doing right now. So what do you want to do? What were your thoughts on that? Why don't we have them put, why don't you meet with Dale or whoever you have in there that's doing it, and Lauren and yourself, and get you've got the quotes from everybody else. Do we have contracts signed with these people for next year?
Well, that's another issue. We do have, I think we have one that's expecting a certain rate. No, not a contract signed, they have just reserved the space.
Okay, so next meeting, I'd like to see the contracts that we do have signed, at what rate, and what the recommendation that the Lauren and you decide for the board, and we'll go from there. But we need to see these contracts. I want to see the contracts for everybody who's in there.
Yeah, your contract velocity is only through... So it just...
Yeah, we just talked to you.
Yeah. So that's still June. So
And keep it standard across the board, unless you're renting the entire space, like we had said before. That would be your soccer, your volleyball, somebody comes and rents the whole shebang.
I don't think we should be half price of everybody. We give it a year at low prices. I think that's long enough. to get them brought in right now, they're not coming. But I think we should start thinking about.
See, that's not true. Let me tell you, there are so many baseball guys out there that need fields, okay? Right. And if we had a website at the Park District, here I go back because I'm really annoyed. You know, if you want to say you're going to just have to deal with it. You get a list on the computer like the tea times. It says, well, guess what? Pleasantdale has Tuesday the 3rd, Friday the 4th, you know, blah, 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 blah. Those fields will be full every night. My husband still plays baseball. He calls me every, what about field? I said, don't call me. Call the match or whoever, you know, and let them tell you. But if it was accessible knowledge to the public, what days the fields were open, those fields would be gone. If the sport court was accessible knowledge to the public in a broader sense, which is what I'm trying to do, that court would be packed and it would be pushing up the rates.
And that's fine, I'm just saying that in the meantime, we need to use what we have now, the signs and advertising, and do it that way.
But it hasn't worked, Ernie, it hasn't worked.
I just don't think, my opinion, we shouldn't still be half prices of our competition. That's too low. That's my opinion. Okay.
Right.
We just need to start thinking about how we're going to start making this more money.
Well, that's what I was thinking about when I brought it up.
Okay.
Because I'm going to expect it. Let me tell you. Let me give notice right now. I'm going to expect that we get to this level, however we have to do it. And I want prices from EDK and everybody else. Because we need to get, unless you don't want to, unless you don't want to bring it up to that level. You want to just let stay the status quo. Because we have to, it's our responsibility at this point to bring that complex in this park to its highest level.
I'm just saying, and I agree with you, the board needs to insist on that.
Right.
And we've done a lot in the last year, but now we really need the buck stops here. We got to start making some money.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. The next golf course board meeting.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, couldn't see.
4th of July.
4th of July.
It's just 4th of July.
Yep.
Ernie asked me to put this on there because it would be, I think it would be great if the board would want to have a fundraising committee to help with this.
Okay.
The board does a lot of fundraising. You know, you can start planning now. I would like to try to do maybe a golf outing and maybe another type of fundraiser, maybe another silent auction, and have a.
So who would want to be on the fundraising committee?
I got to tell you, I mean, it probably would be good. We could have got, if we had a non-profit organization type committee for the 4th of July, we would have got a lot of money out of the.
So you would like to be on the committee? I'm just asking right now. And so the two of the commissioners can do it. Is that correct, Joe? Can be on the committee? Okay, why don't we assign Ernie then and Kevin to be on the fundraising committee and you can take it from there?
Community members as well.
Yeah, whatever you guys think, it's your committee.
Great.
So we got Ernie and Kevin.
Could I comment on the 4th of July?
What's that?
And when would you like to meet?
We'll figure it out. Pardon me? We'll figure it out. We should look
Okay,
at-
so we have the committee, are we gonna get a scheduled date like we did with the recreation committee where it was the third Tuesday? Okay, so can you put that on the agenda for next week so we know when that date is for the?
I don't want to pick a date right now. We'll just pick a date. Let's think about it and talk about it. With Gavin.
Oh, so it won't be like a regular meeting type thing, committee? Because that's really, what is productive and making money. We've got a whole year, right? Okay.
We can always, when it gets down to the portion of the first.
Because I'm sure there'd be residents that would be interested, and if you start working on it early, we've got 12 months.
We got way up to next month, you and I will figure out a date, if we got volunteers that will help us, then we'll set a date.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Thank
So
you.
we can go with the,
At least we have some kind of
Okay. On the next golf course board meeting, Wednesday, July 21st, or so at 7 p.m.
sorry, I want to talk about the 4th of July.
Okay, but what do you want to talk about?
I
You got a
want to
committee.
talk about what happened this year over here.
Okay.
What happened this year, now, what was our beer garden license good for?